Hello and welcome atop the press box here in the county seat of Johnson County. It is Worland Warriors soccer on Two Basins Sports Network, your source for the Worland Warriors and Lady Warriors here today as we get ready to wrap up the season. It is the visiting Worland Warriors taking on the homestanding Buffalo Bison. Glad to have you all with us. It's Hayden Main up here in the press box here at Buffalo High School at Mike Moonfield. This is now our third visit to Mike Moonfield. We were here twice on behalf of the Thermopolis Bobcats, actually, for the week 0 scrimmages against Newcastle in 2024 and 2025. So this is not our first rodeo up here in Johnson County, no pun intended, as just down the interstate, KC, the home of Chris Ledoux. So with that being said, we're getting ready to go. This is your TPSN pregame roundup. And of course, we'd like to remind you before we get started, there is a fundraiser created by Brittany Tiedemann out of Worland. Of course, the mother of Cannon Tiedemann, who's playing on the Varsity boys game later on today. There is a link in the description to buy some pasta. It's $20, I believe, for a $20 minimum for an at-home order. However, the goal, they have a pretty good lofty goal down there. I think it's over 1,000, I think, something like that. And about 40% of the proceeds will go directly to the Worland Warriors soccer programs. Funds raised will help cover out-of-town food costs as well as goalie coaches, senior and coaches gifts, team gear, team building activities, and of course a whole lot more, especially as the 3A state tournament is around the corner in Gillette. All those costs obviously going to add up. But with that being said, let's head into your TBSN pregame roundup. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you that the Buffalo Bison and the Worland Warriors are members of the Wyoming High School Activities Association, which wants to remind all players, coaches, and spectators to use their voice to represent their schools in a sportsmanlike manner. Two Basins Sports Network is committed to upholding the highest standard of sportsmanship during our broadcasts, and we encourage our viewers to refrain from derogatory or demeaning comments toward all players, coaches, officials, and fellow spectators. Now, with that being said, let's get into our pregame roundup here. It's a bit of a crucial game for the Worland Warriors. Although with that loss to Douglas last week, the Warriors are out of contention for the number 1 seed. Buffalo has securely locked that up in 3A East. However, there is still a three-way battle for that second place spot between Worland, Douglas, and Rollins. Torrington is nowhere near the pile. Them and Newcastle have been eliminated a long time ago. But the Worland Warriors and the Douglas Bearcats are currently tied in overall and conference record. They are both tied at 18 points apop. And Worland, a win today over Buffalo would secure that second place spot. However, a loss today, they'd have to rely on a shootout between Douglas and Rollins at the bare minimum. Even then, actually, no, a shootout actually still would push Douglas above Worland, and if Rollins wins the shootout, that would push them into second place. So in any scenario, a win by Rollins today would possibly leapfrog. A loss by Rollins and a win by Rollins and a loss by Worland would really upset the balance in Class 2A East. So right now, Worland kind of controls their own destiny in the girls' side of things. A win today, like we said, would lock in that second place spot, and Douglas will take on Rollins today in Douglas. So that game is going to be very, very interesting to keep an eye on during our halftime segment. Other than that, Buffalo, like we said, 25 points in 3A East. They've locked up first place in 3A East. They'll be sitting very pretty heading into the 3A state tournament in Gillette. Other than that, Torrington sitting at 4 points, 1-11 on the season. They are gonzo. Newcastle 0-11 on the season. Probably going to get a little bit worse than that as well. So with that being said, we are going to first, before we go off the air here, actually no, we're just going to head into a quick breather. They're going to do the national anthem and the starting lineup, so we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. You are watching Worland Lady Warriors Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network.
The biggest game in Wyoming prep football is coming to Two Basins Sports Network this summer. Tune in on June 13th to celebrate the best football players in the Cowboy State as they play in the 2026 Wyoming Shrine Bowl High School Football All-Star Game at Natrona County High School in Casper. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Audrey's Copper Coup, Central Bank and Trust, Discover Thermopolis, Storyteller, and Thermopolis Hardware for their support of our coverage of Wyoming's best. We hope to see you there. Tune in on Two Basins Sports Network.
I'd like to welcome you back atop the press box here at Mike Moon Field in Buffalo, here in the county seat of Johnson County. It is Worland Lady Warriors Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. Glad to have you all with us here as we get ready for the grand finale. The Worland Lady Warriors playing in their final game of the season before heading off to just barely above the horizon there on I-90 over to Gillette for the state championship next week, or the state tournament, I should probably say. Before we get started, let's take a look at your starting 11 for the Worland Warriors and the Lady Bison of Buffalo High School. The Worland Warriors are starting at forward, junior number 5, Ashlyn Hamer. At forward, a sophomore number 8, Brenlyn Rollins. At midfielder, a senior number 10, Elena Studi. At midfielder, a senior number 11, Maddie Robertson. At defender, a senior number 14, Paige Lundgren. At defender and midfielder, a senior number 15, Kinley Hoffman. At defender, a sophomore number 17, Aspen Hamilton. At defender, a sophomore number 25. At defender, a sophomore number 9, Brecken Dykstra. And at goalkeeper, a junior number 1, Tegan Molson. That's your starters for the Worland Lady Warriors. The starters here today for the Buffalo Bison are at forward, a senior number 3, Callie McIntosh. At defender, a junior number 4, Hannah Baker. At midfielder, a senior number 5, Hannah Zink. At forward, a sophomore number 12, Aubrey Couturier. At defender, a junior number 17, Piper Hodgins. At defender, a junior number 18, Hadley Carter. At midfielder, a senior number 19, Remy Hicks. At midfielder, a senior number 22, Kate Ramirez. At midfielder, a senior number 23, Aubrey Irish. At midfielder, a sophomore number 26, and at goalkeeper, a senior number a senior number 1, Tira Bowden. Those are your starters for the homestanding Buffalo Bison. And as we get ready to go, like we said, a game that Worland is kind of in a must-win if they want to protect that number 2 seed. Like we said, Buffalo has pretty much locked up that number 1 seed for the girls. Worland is now trying to defend the attack from both Douglas and Rollins in the rest of the standings. All 4 teams we just mentioned are locked into the tournament. Torrington and Newcastle were eliminated weeks ago. But just trying to get a little bit better seeding, trying to avoid that number 1 seed out of the West, which I believe is going to be Cody, if I'm not mistaken. It's either going to be Cody or Powell. So obviously best to avoid those either of those 2 teams one way or another, because Powell, if they get that number 2 seed, I believe they will be playing that number 3 seed in the East. So Worland will definitely want to avoid that number 3 seed at all costs to avoid the Powell Lady Panthers. But right now the main focus is defeating Buffalo, trying to get that revenge. Buffalo beat them 2-0, I believe was the final when they came to Worland back in April. They'll be looking to enact their revenge here at Mike Moon Field. Buffalo got the win at the road. Buffalo got the win on the road. Who's to say the Warriors can't do the same? Just a reminder of who's who. The Worland Lady Warriors are wearing their away whites with the orange numbering, the Worland High School logo across the chest. Tegan Molson, the keeper, wearing a aqua top with black sleeves, black sweatpants, black gloves. Worland will be moving right to left across your device. The Buffalo Bison are wearing their home blacks today with the gold stripe on the side and on the side of the jersey and pants. Gold lettering with a white outline, Buffalo across the chest. Goalkeeper wearing a maroon top with a black sleeve with a white stripe across the sleeve, black shorts, pink socks, and black goalkeeping gloves. Buffalo will be moving left to right across your device. We are underway here as Worland will kick off to start the match. You're watching Lady Warrior Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. Up to the near side, Hannah Baker tries to roll through down to the middle. Moving with it here is Hannah Zink. Now to the right side, big through ball, beautiful through ball to Hannah Baker. And that one chased out onto the high jump area here onto the track. So I believe it'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Worland Lady Warriors. With that being said, is Buffalo coming out the gate, I guess, forgive the pun here, but storming out the gate in this opening minute. But goal kick coming up here for the Lady Warriors. Winds up, delivers the kick, looks to the near side, intercepted by the Bison, but here comes Hamilton, works it through up to the Bison logo. By the way, that is a beautiful touch here for the Johnson County School District. They got the Buffalo logo at midfield. Don't see that very often for soccer. Up to the far side here, tries to roll it along. Now with it is the 10 of Elena Studi. Now working it back up to the middle. Buffalo on a big through ball. Looks for Hannah Baker, the junior. Looks to her left side, into the box. 23 with it, and they both go down like bowling pins there inside the boxes. Aubrey Irish tried to get in there for the shot. And that is going to be a goal kick. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought for sure they were going to award the corner there to the Bison, but it is going to be a goal kick coming up for the Warriors. Getting ready to take it will be Kinley Hoffman, the senior. They have an interesting goal kick. Oh, wait, they might not have been given our goal kick. Might have been offside, just judging where they placed the kick here. So we do apologize to those at home. Knocked back up on the interception by Aubrey Irish. Looks down to Remy Hicks on the left side. Hicks tries to pass it back up. Now here comes Callie McIntosh. And up to the left side, still trying to knock it a little bit forward. Struggling to get the numbers here. I do apologize. Now looking back up to the middle, number 12, I think that is. Aubrey Couturier with it. Now to the far side, tries to lob it to the middle. Buffalo trying to play it to the midfield here, and it's intercepted, take it back away. Hamilton with it on the logo, tries to chip it up to the forward in a hurry. And Brenlyn Rollins loses control of it. Good job there by Couturier to get a hold of it there, the sophomore. And we have a whistle down there on the pitch. And it looks like they're going to have a free kick here for the Bison. So they're going to have this one on the edge of the circle here. Buffalo going to try to lob this one into the box. They got 4 forwards up there that are eager to get the ball here. 2 wingers, and then we got 2 right down the middle there as well for the Bison. So could be a deadly opportunity for a header here for the Lady Bison. Delivers, looks it onto the ground, chips it up, and this is going to come back up to up to Robertson. Now here comes the 5 of Ashlyn Hamer on the takeaway down the right or down the left side, and another number 5, Hannah Zink, pushing it forward there. Speaking of, we got back-to-back Hannahs on the BHS roster. Hannah Baker wearing number 4 and Hannah Zink wearing number 5. Gets that one up in airborne. Now far side, tries to bring it down with her knee. Now here comes the 17 of Piper Hodgins. Looks now to the left side. Whiffs on the header. Could be a dangerous one here for Buffalo if Worland is not careful. Left side, chasing it down is McIntosh. That one goes out up toward the running track. And it looks like a throw in here for the Bison. Looks to the 23 here of Aubrey Irish. Luck of the Irish here. Tries to go by right side. Knocks it along now to the 26 of Brooke Darnell. Now to the middle. Could be an attack up, or could be a big attack here for Buffalo. That one cleared away by the defender, but Buffalo's still not done yet. Not going to back out of the defensive side. Now keeping it on a volley. Maddie Robertson gets it up onto the Bison logo. Whiffs on it. Now to the near side. Trying to blow by is the 11 of Maddie Robertson. Now pushes it up. She's going to fire. Oh, offside flag goes up. And so I kind of saw that one coming. The right winger went way too early there from my view. I think her and the striker as well, Rollins, they both kind of jumped the gun a little bit there. That was a pretty easy call to make over there on that far side, and they do make it. So we got a free kick coming up for the Bison. Delivers into the back row for the Warriors, and now chasing it down is Molson, and works on it, Molson Magic. By the way, speaking of Molson Magic, we actually, after the game in Douglas, we actually ran into the Lady Warriors at Hat 6 in Casper. That was and Tegan Molson told us that she actually did kind of like that nickname that we gave her, so we're going to keep using it. Up into the middle, here comes Aubrey Irish, now rolls it along the ground. Looks on an interception here, I can't tell, I think that was the 11 on it there for Worland, rolls it into the box. Defender trying to play it outside her back. It's tipped away. Could be a big one here for Worland. Outside the 18. Trying to look for a pass. Rollins goes to her left side. Rolls it along the ground. Hamer now to the middle up to Rollins, and that one cleared out. Watch out down there. I believe it'll be a throw-in for the Warriors as they have their first real serious attack of the day. Hamer and Rollins both were trying to get over there, thanks to Maddie Robertson as well. Got to shout her out there on that play. That one rolled out to the middle. Still not giving up on it there. Looks like the 10 of Elena Studi got there. Chipped off of a bit of an awkward bounce there. Looks up now to Hamer. This one bounces forward. Could be a big one. Getting there is Maddie Robertson one-on-one. And kicked out, kind of chased out in the corner or near side. It is going to be a throw-in. Just barely avoided going out the rear end of the. Well, that wasn't a very good choice of words, but out the back end of the pitch there. Now here comes the 5, gets the pass. Here comes Hannah Zink. Now looks back to the 26, Brooke Darnell, playing it out the back line here. Through the middle, looks to her middle. I think that was Darnell, and out to the left side. Ball has had a bit of a bounce to it today, I've noticed. And plays it out the back, trying to push it a little further forward. That one goes up toward the light post and out of touch. Throw in for the Lady Warriors. Brings it back down to earth. She was trying to look for Robertson there, but that did not go off very well for her. And out of touch. Looks like a Buffalo throw-in. Bison have it just barely a few inches past midfield here. Lined up with the horn of the Buffalo. Throws it in. Ricochets off the defender and now trying to blow by. Trying to get there is the 9 of Brecken Dykstra, who's getting a starting role here today. Aspen Hamilton gets it off her boot. Now Kara Bennett's there to get it. Trying to look to Hamer, and now almost got kicked in the head there. Kate Ramirez now to the near side on a pass. Pushes it up to Hannah Baker. Baker along the line. Now here comes Hannah Zink. The 2 Hannahs that we were talking about earlier coming into full force there. 32-23 left to go in the opening half. Into the 8th minute here. Going to her left side, here comes Piper Hodgins. Looks to her left side, rolls it by. Now here comes the 23 of Aubrey Irish. Outside the box, Buffalo could have a chance. The captain loses it. And now to the near side, it's going to be right there still with the Bison. And off her foot the wrong way as Kate Ramirez tried to push it up. The senior tried to help her team out on the attack there. Throw in coming in for the Warriors. Hamilton rolls it along the ground, chipped up and out. A touch off of Hannah Zink. Warrior throw in. Now the 7 of Kara's Bennett. Oh, it looks like a throw in there. It looks like they're going to actually call either a handball or a foul. I couldn't quite catch what the call was. But pushed up by Robertson, ricocheted. Now they're going to be forced to play this one back up back up behind the line. That one out of touch along the near side. And Worland is definitely playing like they know what the stakes are here. They know that if they lose this game, that's going to honestly, a loss, I believe, is going to guarantee that they drop out of second place in the standings here, because whether Rollins wins or Douglas wins, it's not going to matter. That second place is just going to be gone if the Warriors cannot win this match. And a shootout's not going to do the trick either. Up to the near side. Looks like Jesus Davila having to play a little bit of keeper there on the track. Throw in. Looks off the chest. Here comes Ashlyn Hamer. Rolls it along the ground. Pushes it back. Now up into the middle. 19 with it in the circle. Remy Hicks. Oh, we have 2 people going down like bowling pins down there on the butt of the Buffalo. And now tries to feed it down the left side, down the flank, out near the start lines, and shoves her out of the way. Callie McIntosh, not afraid to work for her money there. Tried to get the ball there on that left side, but it'll be a Bison throw-in. Looks up to the 23 now of Aubrey Irish, and that one looks like that one might not escape the plane there. Oh, never mind. They managed to keep it in, but, throw in coming up now for Worland. About ready to enter the 11th minute of play here. You're watching Worland Lady Warriors Soccer. Just a friendly reminder, there is a Fun Pasta fundraiser in the link in the description. This one was, here comes, Tegan Molson! Molson magic again! Out the end line it goes. I believe it'll be a corner kick as Hannah Baker chased it out there.
Corner kick, Bison.
And let's see what Buffalo's got cooking as they're going to take this one from the corner. But there's a reason why we call those types of saves Mulsanne magic, because she's been making those acrobatic saves all season. But now here comes the corner kick, Hannah Zink, and we got some subs for Buffalo. 2, 6, I think Addie Arnold, Madison Bissett. Bissett, I believe we saw her actually in the middle school team last year. That one out the back line. I believe we called that game when Clear Creek came to Worland for middle school soccer last year. Still into the box now. Here comes the 5 of Hannah Zink. That one skied back up by Karis Bennett. And out to the near side, trying to keep this one on the ground here. The 17 of, I think that's Hamilton. She'll lose control of it. Another number 17 down there, Piper Hodgins, now down the right flank. Hodgins looking to the box. Tries to go on a cross. It's going to go out the end line. Should be an easy goal kick here coming up for the Lady Warriors. But you cannot fault Hodgins for taking that shot. Actually, I don't even think so. I did not mean to say shot, but she was looking for a cross there in on the pass. Playing out the back here. Now down the left side. Chips up just a little bit. Now here comes Aubrey Irish. Irish left flank. Fakes it on the pass there. She'll work her way by. Still hanging on to the ball. She'll look to the right side. I think she was looking for the 17, but she wasn't there. Rolls it back up to her left back. Tries to push it a little further forward. Intercepted by the Warriors. And tried a long pass there. Paige Lundgren was looking for the long ball, but it got blocked by a Lady Bison up there on the far side. Throw in coming up for the Warriors. Brings it back down to earth up near the midfield line. Trying to work it back into the center circle. This one pushed up toward Annie Page, and that one blows by over Aspen Hamilton. Near side throw in coming up for the Bison. Trying to see who's going to take it here. Looks like Montera Stelli is going to take this one. Now down the right side, could be a dangerous one. Hannah Baker trying to get to it. Not before the 7 of Karis Bennett gets there first. Out the end line she goes. About ready to approach, about 7 minutes away from the halfway mark here in this opening half. You're watching Lady Warriors Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. Lady Warriors and the Lady Bison here in Buffalo's last home game of the season. It's their senior night. And the Bison trying to get a good performance here on senior night. The Lady Warriors won on their senior night over Rollins. How many times have I said senior night already? But 1-0 win over Rollins last Friday. And now down the left side, has it outside the box. Could be an attack, and she goes down in the box! And let's see the fans kind of reacting to it there. They're clapping. So I'm wondering. It looks like they're going to give a free kick actually here to the Bison, just barely on the edge of the 18-yard box. So they got extremely lucky there that it wasn't a couple of inches more inside the box. But Worland tries to set up a wall here. 10 yards out. Karis Bennett lined up near the right post just in case, and they're going to try to, I think they're going to try to curl this one in. Looks up into the box now, up to Addie Arnold. This one not successful for Buffalo, but they're going to roll this one back out to the 7 of Montera Stelli. Now to the near side, Hannah Baker with it. Left side, tries to work it through the middle, and a 2-on-1 and a big collision. And she is slow to get up, and she's holding up that right leg. Rolls it up through the left side. Now into the Worland attacking side, and I'm wondering if they're going to bring on a sub for her. She took a bit of a knock, but it looks like she's still out there and jogging at that. Throw in for the Bison. Looks along the near side. Whiffed on by Baker. Now down the right side. Here comes, I think that's Bennett trying to get rid of it. She's trying to evade Hannah Zink like the cops. And near side. Throw in coming up along the broadcast side of the pitch. Throw in coming up for Hannah Zink. Winds up. Delivers into the 18. That one chipped out and up to Piper Hodgins. It was the intended target there. Look for Hodgins again. Now pushed up by Hamer. Tries to get to it. They're going to have to try to chase it down. Keeper decides to take matters into her own hands there. Skied up. Looks to, I want to say that's, I can't quite see who that is. I apologize. But that one rolls out the near side. As Worland was looking for Brynlyn Rollins. That's who that was. Chopped up by Hannah Baker off her foot and out of bounds. She was trying to She was trying to volley it up there, and now here comes Aspen Hamilton. Looks to her near side. Turf Monster gets the 6 down there. Now through the middle, skied up. Played out the back by Hadley Carter. Headed forward, and now here comes the 6. Madison Bissett was trying to get up there and now pushed again forward. The flag goes up. Looks like we had out of bounds there. Looks like that's pointed toward the Worland attacking side. 24 minutes to go here in the opening half. And the throw in comes in. Heads it forward. And that one booted away by Addie Arnold and out of bounds. Looks like a throw in now for Worland on that far side up toward the visitors' bleachers. Trying to find an opportunity. Looks to Hamilton. Hamilton chips up right side. Still working for it in the box. Gets it out of there. Winding up. Hamer! And the field goal is good. That one goes up through the American football uprights. It'll be a goal kick, I believe, here for Buffalo. And that one could have been a big one there for Hamer. And you got to credit her for taking that, or seeing the opportunity and taking it. Into the 17th minute of play here in this opening half. This one skied up toward the far side. Trying to get there is Paige Lundgren. Lundgren hasn't made as much of a splash as she normally does, but there she goes trying to get a pass along that far side. Rolls it along the ground. Now pushed back up into the attacking half. Trying to get there, a bit of a mixture of Baker and Zink trying to get up there. We got a whistle. So a handball is called. It'll be a Buffalo free kick. So taking the free kick, has it in her defensive area, now looks into the box, trying to get there. Tegan Molson takes the lazy bounce there, and it will be another scoop there for her. Hannah Baker was trying her best to get down that right side as quick as she could, but couldn't quite grate the ball in time. Now to the middle, Callie McIntosh is there in the middle. Now left side, Arnold helps it back there. Down the left side, Arnold into the on that left flank, works her way outside the box. Now into the middle, rolls it along the right side. Could be a big one here for Buffalo. Has it on the edge of the box. Now here comes Hannah Baker. Baker outside, and it looks like she's not going to be able to beat the ball out the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Lady Warriors. I'd like to remind you, you're watching Worland Lady Warriors Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. We're the only ones here on behalf of Worland anyway. Or Worland. It's all in the O there, as I've been told over the years. But near side throw in coming up. Now here comes Hannah Baker. Looks up outside the box. Now here comes Hannah Zink. Tries a cross. And this could be a very dangerous one. It goes out the left end. A very good strike, but just did not have the accuracy under it. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Warriors. I believe that might have been Addie Arnold. I believe the sophomore that took that one. No subs yet. It's actually been kind of a quiet bench today for both sides. Pushed out the right side. Skied up by Aubrey Irish. Left side. Out onto the track up near the relay triangles, and a throw in coming up. Delivers that one, not deflected very well by the Lady Warriors, and now they're going to have to try to work her back out that right side. Gets a good pass. Looks to her left side, now through the middle. One Bison goes down on the logo. Now here comes Hamilton. Tries to beat the ball down the near side. It's kicked out up toward the bench. And trying to get there was the 7. I believe Milan Monterastelli, the freshman defender. Looks like we have a sub coming on here for the Lady Warriors. They're going to send off. I think they're going to send off Hamilton here. Yes, they are. I'm trying to get that sub for you as to who that was. Deflected off the 11 of Roberts, or Robertson rather. That one up to the net, and that is not going to go through. Keeper there like a brick wall. That's the first time we've really seen, Buffalo have to make a save like that. That hasn't come their way very often. The chances have been few and extremely far between for the Lady Warriors. But standing her ground there. Good job, Tara Bowden, on the save. And on the corner of the goal box here, they're going to have a goal kick. Karras Bennett will be the one to take this one here. As that one went out the end line off of the Buffalo or the Bison. Winds up, delivers the kick, looks to her far side, up toward a crowd of fans that are for some reason lined up along the touchline. I guess that's a thing here. Up into the middle, pushed up by Robertson. Looks up to the 19 of Kyla Sumida. She gets pushed to the ground. I remember, just as someone who's from Thermopolis, I remember very well when Buffalo was in 2A. I know they're good at football, but now into the box. Tegan Molson tripped up in the box. And no, it's still loose. Flag goes up. Oh, no. It looks like it's going to be pointed toward the Buffalo attacking side. Molson magic, but unfortunately wasn't able to keep it in her glove. It's going to be, oh, Lord, this is going to be a free kick coming up here for Buffalo. That is the second time today that Worland has gotten super lucky with the goal or with the penalty area here. This could be a very dangerous free kick here for Hannah Zink. Zink, obviously a senior. She wants to try to see if she can't get a goal here. And they're going to, there they go. They're going to try and make sure the wall is up to code here, shall we say. But looks like that's going to be, oh, there we go. The kick tries to look for a cross. That one's up on the edge and out the end line. And it could have been a little bit better executed there by the Bison, but it was a good free kick. It was just the shot that went a little off target. And looks like it should be. Hold on. They're keeping people there at the corner kick. Delivers. Whiffs on the header. And now on the edge of the 18, coming to it is Addie Arnold. Goes down in the box. That one kicked out the end line. Now I think this one will be a goal kick. And Addie Arnold, I've been very impressed with how she's been playing on that left side today. A very aggressive winger for the Bison. And so with that, a goal kick delivered up to the far side. Heads it back. Now here comes Arnold there. Buffalo still attacking. Aubrey Katuria there, the sophomore. Or no, not the sophomore, I apologize. But down the left side. And that one up toward the flags. I think that one went out the end line. This should be a goal kick. We have a sub coming on. Mackley Rohde checking in.
Mackley Rohde coming in for the Warriors.
And so the goal kick coming up for the Lady Warriors, and Rohde, this is about her time. She normally comes in about this time in the half, so kind of on schedule here for Jesus Davila. Left side, we got a Bison that took a hard lick down there on that far side. And she's slow to get up, rolls it along the right side up toward the spectators. And assistant referee going to get a stop to that one. We have a stoppage here as they've stopped the clock at 16:35. We are trying to see whether or not we are going to need to go to break here. But she's getting, it looks like she's walking under her own power here. She's at the side of the ref. That's about it. But just got knocked around. There have been a couple of Bison that have been in that situation today. It's been a bit of one of those games where you don't really come out without any bruising, that's for sure. Up to the far side, throw in. Looks up to the box. Annie Page is going to head that one forward. Try and chase it down is Addie Arnold. It looks like that one went out the end, so it should be a corner kick here for the Bison. Now they're going to move they're going to move the artillery up here. They're going to get ready.
Corner kick, Bison!
Signals that she's ready, delivers. They're going to run up toward the box. It's going to be there. A kick, quite connect. 17 is right there to sky it up. That one, I believe, went out. And I think down there, Aubrey Irish, I believe, was the one that was supposed to get in front of it there. It was a good chance there for Buffalo. Could have been, it should have been a chance at goal. So Sailor Decker, I believe they just announced her here. She's checked in for Worland. Another player that has found her form this season. Yet to score a goal under our watch. Not so sure how she's done under Jordan's camera, but she has come super close so many times, and she's been a very even though she hasn't gotten anything in the net under our watch, she has been a fantastic asset in that midfield, getting her teammates in the right spots for someone to score a goal. Shot is blocked. At least I assume that would have been a shot. Now pushed back up to the middle to Paige Lundgren. And tapped along forward. Lundgren trying to get there. Won by the 15 here of Kinley Hoffman, I believe that is up there. And that is going to be still a loose ball there in the back row. Kicked up. I think Aubrey Irish nailed someone in the face there, but out the back again. Worland continuing to try to put the pressure on here any way they can. They haven't been able to do much in that front half. 14:30 still to go here in the opening half. You're watching Lady Warrior Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. Throw in coming up here along the sideline. Gives up to the 10 of Elena Studi. Looks like it's out again. Throw in this time for the Warriors. They'll try to get to take two here. Right side, taps it along. Taken back away by, I believe, by Lundgren. Now through the middle. Sailor Decker tries to meet them there. And rushed away there by Kate Ramirez there. And now it's up to the far side. A big attack coming for Buffalo. About 18 yards out. They're going to have it on the left side of the box here. What can they do with it? Rolls it to the middle, and it's cleared away. They were looking for Hannah Zink. And now coming to it there is the 5 of Hamer. And now a good pass there along the right side to Hannah Baker. Edge of the box, looks for the cross. Molson gets there on the save. And another great save by Tegan Molson. There were a couple against Douglas that probably should have been saved, and she's making up for it here today. And now down the left side, they're not done attacking yet. Aubrey Irish, edge of the box, has it up toward the touchline. Looks on a cross here to the 5 of Hannah Zink, down to the 4. Tries a shot! Goes up to the right, Hannah Baker. And Buffalo continues to knock on the door here.
Seniors coming in. Remy Hicks, Kate Ramirez, and Brooke Darnell.
Remy Hicks, Darnell, and one other came in for Buffalo, but for Worland, I thought we saw the 11 of Maddie Robertson down there come in. Looks like they're going to take Brecken Dykstra out of the game here. And on the edge of the goal box here, looks out to Aspen Hamilton. Hamilton tries to head it forward. Skied up there, up to try to get it to Mackley Rohde. Now here comes Aubrey Irish down the middle right-ish, 3-on-1. Now tries to feed it back up to Hannah Baker. Baker right side on the edge of the box. She breaks free, looking for a cross. She'll tap it along, and that one missed. And now here comes the 2 of Mackley Rohde, but it's taken back away. Great job by Buffalo to get there, try to get the ball back. Kyla Sumida shoved out of the way over there by Aubrey Katuria. Far side throw in. Now to the 23. Now here comes Aubrey Irish there. It's still pinballed around on that right side. Worland pushing it up. This one deep in. Here comes Lundgren. Lundgren through the middle. Tries to go to her right side. Chips it along. This could be a big one into the box. Try to chase it down near the end line. Able to keep it in. Buffalo gets it back, but now here comes the interception. Has it outside the edge of the 18, and good clearance there. And trying to get down there was the 5 of Hannah Zink, but it goes out, a throw in for the Lady Warriors. And a big opportunity coming here for WHS if they can get there. And outside, that was Aspen Hamilton. They got a boot on it there. Throw in coming up for Buffalo. Skied back by Hannah Zink. Annie Page trying to get there in time, and she does. Looks to Elena Studi, and that's going to be a whistle down there. Let's see what's going on there. So Buffalo's going to have this one inside the center circle. Free kick coming up from about 55 yards out from goal. Just about on the head of the Buffalo here. Winds up, delivers. That one booted away by Mackley Rohde. Right side trying to get there. It's chipped up. Kyla Sumida with it. Sumida tries to give it back on the right side, and now this could be a big ball here for Buffalo if someone can get there, and I don't think anyone will. That one's out of touch along the near side. Throw in coming up here. We are into the 30th minute, about to enter the 31st minute of play here in Buffalo, here from Mike Moon Field. Now through the middle, Mackley Rohde tries to push it up, whiffed on by Elena Studi, and now chipped up. Studi there to head it forward. And now trying to win it back is Callie McIntosh. Down the right side, now the 23 of Aubrey Irish there to meet it. Irish pushes it forward, tried to look, and we got a whistle. Looks like a free kick for Buffalo. And so let's see what we got here. Oh, hold on. Yep, it is going to be a free kick for Buffalo. So another dangerous situation, it looks like, here for the Lady Warriors. Tosses it in, whiffed on. Now here comes the 5 of Hannah Zink, now pinballing it in the box. That ball has not touched the ground yet, but it's going to go out there on that far side. Throw in for Buffalo coming up here. Less than 10 minutes to go, into single digits on the minutes panel of the scoreboard. And looks like they're going to bring in Jolene Foss, and then looks like Brecken Dykstra checks back in for the Worland Lady Warriors. Dykstra wasn't on the bench very long, I'll tell you that much, for free. Far side throw in, now pushed back up there by Kinley Hoffman. Now trying to work it back up to the center circle. Pinballed forward. That one, I believe Robertson, either Robertson or Studi got that one to the near side. Now Kate Ramirez in on the throw in, looks to the near side. Here comes Baker. Oh, we got one falling to the ground. Brecken Dykstra tries to get there. This one rolled through. Now down the right side, Hannah Zink. Zink tries a small tap along the right side to Baker. That one cleared away. And I'm trying to see who that is. That is Aspen Hamilton that got rid of it there, but a throw in for Buffalo. Moving to the left side, chasing it down, and this is a long ball right to Molson, and a beautiful save there. Wasn't the most difficult save in the world for sure, but still a very important one with 8 minutes to go. It is still gridlock 0-0 here in Buffalo. Chipped forward, knocks it along. Now pushed up the right side, now back up onto the horn of the Buffalo. Loses the ball in a bad place. Here comes Hamilton. Hamilton tries to look for Lundgren. Instead, I think she's going to find the 19 of Kyla Sumida. Sumida might have an opportunity. Left side deflected by the left, or the left back tries to look for Lundgren, and it's kicked back up toward the far side. And now skied up, and the flag goes up. It looks like a Buffalo throw-in. Throw-in coming up here. Coming up next here at halftime, we have your TBSN halftime show, including our segment, The Scores from Across the Two Basins, where we give you your girls soccer scores from across the Bighorn and Wind River Basins of northern and central Wyoming. Now down the left side, tried to get there was, I think I saw a 14 there. I believe it might have been Lundgren that got there, and it was. That goes out the left side. A good chance there for Worland. They've had only 3 shots on goal today, if you can even count that last one as a shot on goal, but they've had a few attempts at net today. To be fair, so has Buffalo, but none of them have gone in for either side. But if Worland doesn't act now, we've seen this a ton of times already. We saw this in Douglas as well. It's only a matter of time before something finds the back of the net, and it's not going to be for the Lady Warriors. And this one intercepted. Now here comes the 10 with it, trying to win it. It's Studi. Gets up to Hodgins. Up to the far side. Flag goes up. It went out. Throw in for Worland. So that one skirted along that touch line, and now throw in again in a very dangerous spot here. Looks up to the 12 of Aubrey Couturier. That one out of bounds again up toward the 200-meter start area. There'll be a throw-in coming up here for the Warriors again. Third time's the charm. Looks up to Robertson. And that one kicked out the back, and now Annie Page. That one deflected. Could be a big one if Page can't get there on time. Loses control of the ball. Here comes Jolene Foss. Foss left side. It's going to roll out. Looks like a throw-in for Buffalo, though. Foss going to come back to try to do it again. Looks to the 5, to the 5, and now outside the box. Skies it up off of Zink. And now chested forward off the header. And now here comes Annie Page. Page out toward the far side onto the track. Yes, it will, as Couturier tried to chase it down there on that far side. Just a friendly reminder, Worland is in a must-win scenario with this if they want to keep the second seed in the 3A East. If they lose this game, it will go to whoever wins between Douglas and Rollins, and or at least I think that's the case. Douglas is completely tied with Worland right now, so just going into a shootout will be good enough for them. But Rollins is in a must-win against the Douglas Bearcats, and I don't think a shootout win will be enough. I don't think it will, but if Rollins wins in regulation, it's going to be theirs for sure if Worland loses. However, Worland controls their own destiny here in Buffalo. Now to the near side, trying to win it here is Robertson. She does. Looks to her right side to Studi. Elena Studi off her shoulder and now tries to go outside the circle. Oop, camera was panned way too far there. Looks up toward the track. Buffalo trying to mount the attack. Everybody on side. They'll move forward. They'll push it to the 25. Could be a big one. Inside the box. Could be an opportunity. It goes left of the net. Trying to chase it down there was Jolene Foss. She had a chance earlier on and almost converted there, and she almost had a chance here. Didn't quite have as much success as that last chance, but she has already been making her presence known twice since coming into the match. 4 minutes to go here into the 37th minute of play. Up the far side, now looks to her edge of the box there. Throw in coming up. Looks like a Buffalo throw in at that. And Buffalo kind of playing on cruise control, but they still want to squeak out a win here on senior night. Everybody does. And Annie Page, I believe that was, she'll head it forward up to Elena Studi. It's still not enough to get it away from the Bison. Winds up 23. It's blocked. A good chance there by Aubrey Irish, but it goes out on the far side. It will be a throw in for Buffalo. And now looks into the box up to Jolene Foss, and now up to the right side. Skied up by Worland, whiffed on as McIntosh tries to get there. And so the throw in. Kyla Sumida tries to win the ball. Right side, trying to get it by the 12 of Katuria. Out of touch along the far side. Now Buffalo will have another opportunity to attack. Throw in. Gets up to the 25 of Foss and out of touch again along the far side, up near the spectators. The throw in. Gets it back behind her, Kyla Sumida. Now headed forward, trying to win the ball. Now here they come again, Paige Lundgren. Lundgren moves to her left. Tries to find a man, looks to her middle, and chipped up back up to the center circle, and they'll try it again. Keeps it in the forward half. And now here comes Hamilton trying to win the ball down the left side. Pushed up behind her. It's a 22. Tries a cross and it just goes up behind. As Kate Ramirez tried to give as much pressure as she could, and clearly it worked. It's going to go out the back. A goal kick coming for Buffalo. Not many of those today for the black and gold. Winds up for the goal kick here. 2 minutes to halftime here. And off the 11 of Hamilton. Richardson, I meant to say. I apologize about that, but there is Hamilton right there making the play. Now here comes Elena Studi. Studi pinballs it forward. Whiffs on the kick. Now up to the center circle. Tries to roll it to the left side to Hamilton. And now along the near side they go. Trying to win the ball is Karis Bennett. That's out along the near side. Throw in coming up. Whiffs on it. Getting there as Hamilton. Flag went up there. So handball is the call. It looks like a free kick coming for the Lady Warriors in Buffalo. I think that's only their second. That's their second handball of the game here. Worland had one earlier. And that free kick delivered. And now here comes Lundgren with an opportunity. Lundgren tries to roll it back. He's in a bit of a gridlock down there. Rolls it back up to the near side. And lost by Robertson. Less than a minute to go. Coming up next is your TBSN halftime show. And a big through ball down the right side. Trying to win the foot race is Hannah Zink. And she goes down like a domino as Karis Bennett was also there trying to chase it out. Not much time left to go. 30 seconds. Corner kick, I believe, coming up here. Hannah Zink. Zink delivers into the box. Could they get a last second? The header Goes off to the left. A good shot there, but not enough. 13 seconds left to go. Goal kick coming up for Worland, and Buffalo has had a ton of chances like that today on those corner kicks. Has not been able to get any of them to go. Up to the far side, and the horn will sound here. We're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. We got your TBSN halftime show coming up next here. At halftime, it is still gridlocked 0-0 as the number 4 ranked Buffalo Bison take on the Worland Lady Warriors. Worland trying to save their number 2 seed. Buffalo on cruise control here on senior night, who will come out with the win. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching Worland Lady Warriors Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network.
Two Basins Sports Network is headed to Shadron, Nebraska to serve as the voice of the 2026 Wyoming-Nebraska 6-man football shootout. Tune in at 7 p.m. on May 29th to watch the best of 6-man football in the state of Wyoming battle it out against the state that birthed the most high-action form of the sport you can find anywhere in the country. 2 states, 1 game, only on Two Basins Sports Network. The biggest game in Wyoming prep football is coming to Two Basins Sports Network this summer. Tune in on June 13th to celebrate the best football players in the Cowboy State as they play in the 2026 Wyoming Shrine Bowl High School Football All-Star Game at Natrona County High School in Casper. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Audra's Copper Coup, Central Bank and Trust, Discover Thermopolis, Storyteller, and Thermopolis Hardware for their support of our coverage of Wyoming's best. We hope to see you there. Tune in on Two Basins Sports Network.
Well, I would like to welcome you back here up atop the press box here at Mike Moon Field in Buffalo, Wyoming, home of the Bison. It's halftime. Here is Varsity Girls Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. And, well, it's your TBSN halftime show. Let's get into it here. Just our thoughts on the first half here. And, well, I think it's pretty clear. Buffalo's got the tempo here in this senior night matchup. However, a lot of those chances, I mean, it's not really amounted to really much. They've had a lot of shots on goal, but all of them have gone off wide. And there were a couple of moments off of corner kicks that should be 2-0 Buffalo, in my opinion, off the set pieces alone. There were a lot of well-delivered corners that found people, but unfortunately just they were not able to connect on goal, and that is a problem for the Bison here. But either way, I mean, the Warriors, they got to give them a lot of credit. They have kept the goals off the board. Tegan Molson has had some fantastic saves today. We've seen some flashes out of the forwards today. We've seen Brynlyn Rollins do her thing. We've seen Aspen Hamilton, surprisingly, down that left flank, has done her job today. We've even seen Paige Lundgren, although a little bit of a late bloomer in this match. She has now started to creep into the conversation. However, it's scoreless for Buffalo, but it's also scoreless for Worland. Nobody has scored anything in this match yet, and it's been gridlock for Worland. They've had a lot of trouble advancing the ball up into the forward. They've done a great job of keeping goals off the board. However, got to be honest with you, I don't really think it's the defending for Worland that's doing it. It's Buffalo shooting themselves in the foot on the attack. And eventually Buffalo is going to get it together. They are going to regroup in this second half. And if Worland doesn't change something right now, it's not going to be good for them. Buffalo is going to put up a few goals here once they find their groove, and they will find their groove. They are number 1 in 3A East for a reason. And we're about to find out why. Unless Worland can turn on the Jets in the second half, if they can keep finding Paige Lundgren there, if they can keep finding Rollins, they can be good. Maddie Robertson has been a solid piece in the midfield today for the Bison, but again, or not but for the Bison, I meant for the Warriors, but it's just they got to find a way to continue filtering that ball up along the flanks and try to get an attack brewing. Buffalo, on the other hand, we've seen the two Hannahs, Hannah Baker and Hannah Zink, they've done pretty well today. Zink has had a few shots on goal herself. We've seen a little bit out of Callie McIntosh today. Aubrey Irish as well has had herself a good game. And Piper Hodgins, we saw a little bit of her out in that first half. So these guys, I mean, Buffalo has a lot of good key pieces here, and I think that they're really going to turn on the Jets in this second half. So that being said, not really much else to cover. There's no goals to talk about. There were none in that opening half, but what we can talk about is your scores from across the two basins, where we cover your girls' soccer scores from across the Wind River and Bighorn basins of northern and central Wyoming. And let's start off with some games that we had earlier on today. We're going to start off with 3A. The 4A is in their regionals right now, so Riverton currently going in the 4A West Regional. So we'll talk about them here soon, but let's stay in 3A for now. Starting off with a game that occurred on Thursday. Actually, for the girls, Lander Valley took on the Lyman Eagles yesterday. Number 3 ranked Lander won that match 8-0. Good Lord. What a good performance there by the Lady Tigers, of course. Number 3 ranked team in 3A. That is the only game that has occurred in Class 3A that we're able to talk about. We got some games that are going to be occurring here in the future. Coming up at 7 o'clock p.m., number 1 ranked Cody will take on the number 2 ranked Powell Panthers tonight. A rivalry matchup in Powell. That will be kicking off at 7 o'clock p.m. tonight. And then obviously right now we got Worland taking on Buffalo. So that game coming up in an hour, that rivalry match, that's going to be really interesting to see. I'm wondering if Powell can get their revenge for that loss over Cody earlier on in the season. They handed their first loss earlier on in the season. But coming up tomorrow on Saturday, the Lander Valley Tigers will take on the Mountain View Buffaloes for the Mountain View senior night. Lander number 3, Mountain View number 5. That game kicks off tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then that is it for your 3A scores. So let's check in on our friends over in Riverton, as they are part of the Wind River Basin. Riverton currently over at the 4A regional 4A West regional tournament. There's regionals from 4A, but not 3A for some reason. Riverton took on Natrona County. Riverton took on Natrona County. Riverton came in as the number 4 seed. Riverton got the revenge. They beat Natrona County 1-0 in that girls match. The Wolverines have qualified for state. Natrona County is eliminated from the state tournament. Riverton is set to take on Jackson today in the semis. That game was supposed to occur at 1 p.m. They have a result recorded for Kelly Walsh versus Green River, but not Jackson versus Riverton. But Riverton, we're still waiting on that result there. They took on Jackson today at McIntosh Stadium in Jackson. So the hometown team there, winner of that game, will take on Kelly Walsh tomorrow in the 4A West Regional Championship. That has been your TVSN halftime show and your scores from across the two basins. And we're about ready to start the second half. We're going to stay on the air here with you. 40 more minutes to go here in the second half, or here in this game. And the final 40 minutes of the year for both of these teams, the final 40 minutes of these Lady Bison's career at Mike Moon Field. And it's going to be a pretty bittersweet 40 minutes for some of the parents here in Buffalo, but also, it's also the final it's also the final regular season game of the Warriors year as well. But now coming up through, Hannah Zink tried to go to the right side, and now whiffs on the kick. Headed forward there by the 23, and she'll look to the three of Callie McIntosh. Rolls it along the left side, try to get there outside the box. Addie Arnold got there and gets the deflection. And so with that, we have a goal kick coming up, I believe, for Worland. And a good way. This is very reminiscent of how they started that first half. Buffalo came storming out the gate to open out the game. First 30 seconds of the match, they almost netted a goal, but a big attack there to start the game. Now a big attack to start the second half. And the goal kick coming up here for the Lady for the Lady Warriors. Winds up, delivers a little short there to Ashlyn Hamer. That one deflected forward off of the two of Addie Arnold. The throw in coming up here for the I think it's the 15 there of Kinley Hoffman. Now here comes Hamer with it. Now gets back up to Hoffman. Hoffman, I think, is going to look for Page. Nope, she'll push it forward. If I were her, I would have probably looked for Annie Page there, but I do see what her thought process was. She was just trying to get rid of it at the back line there. Throw in coming up here for Buffalo. Milan Monterastelli gets the throw in now and into the box, heads it forward, tries to get it out of danger, and Buffalo continues to hound outside the box. And now trying to look for the 10 of Elena Studi, the 6 with it on the interception. Madison Bissett tries it. Molson Magic, what a save! Tegan Molson with another superhuman save. Buffalo almost and probably should have gotten the goal there. And now off the push forward. And what did I tell you during our halftime show? Buffalo was going to come out swinging harder than they did in that first half, and they were already swinging pretty hard. And I do think we're going to see a Bison goal coming again, unless Worland can find a way to shut down that momentum by scoring a goal of their own. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this game evolves. 37 minutes left to go in the match. And just a friendly reminder to our audience, it is Buffalo's senior night, so we are going to have a little bit of a delay in terms of when the boys' match will start. We had a couple people get a little upset with us during the Douglas games last week because the boys' match was a little delayed. But here comes Kyla Sumida. Sumida into the box, tried to chase it out, and it's kicked out the end line. Corner kick coming for the Warriors.
Corner kick Warriors.
And Kyla Sumida, I don't think we're very surprised that she was the one that got there for the Lady Warriors. I've said this multiple times, but we saw her last year as a Worland Brave at the middle school level. Very deadly attacker for the Braves last year as an 8th grader. And no different here. We're in the orange rather than the green. Corner kick coming up here. Delivers into the box. Tries to boot it this one back out. Rolled out toward the far side. Throw in coming here for, couldn't see where the flag was. Throw in for the Warriors down to the box. Hamilton now knocks it along to the far side, trying to get there, clears it back out. So Buffalo going to have a throw in from that far side about the football 10-yard line. And then whiffs on it at midfield, and now skied up. We've seen a couple of heinous acts by the turf monster today. Kylo Sumida tries to get over there on that far side as Milan Monterastelli tries to get the ball. And now here down the right side and gets the challenge, but now here comes the 5 of Hannah Zink. Has on the right side, now tries to look. Oh, it was a good place pass, but didn't quite get by her. Near side, looks to the 5 of Ashlyn Hamer. Hamer tries to push it up. Now here comes Lundgren, skies it up. Headed forward there by the 12 of Aubrey Couturier. And now to the near side. Buffalo with an opportunity. It goes to the floor as Kelly McIntosh was trying to get there for Buffalo. Throw in coming up here for the Warriors. Winds up, delivers the throw to Hamer. Hamer trying to get by McIntosh. Not very successful in that endeavor, but now here comes Baker. Now to the 23. Irish near side takes a tumble. We have a free kick coming up for the Lady Bison here as Irish takes a lick on that near side. Free kick coming up for Hannah Zink. This is from a very dangerous spot on the field, about 20 yards from goal. Delivers the kick, and it's deflected by the Great Wall of Worland, and Tegan Molson comes in to make the final save. Good job there by the Wall to keep that ball from going much further, and it's a little bit, it shows you kind of how under-delivered the free kick was. Paige Lundgren trying to get by. Lundgren tries to win the ball away from Madison Bissett. Goes to the near side, intercepted, not quite in their possession. Elena Studi tries to come back to it, and a shove to the ground to 23, and they're going to call a foul. Free kick, Worland. As Aubrey Irish playing the wrong kind of football there on that near side. But a free kick coming up for the Lady Warriors. Near side, out onto the sideline. That one kicked out, and looks like Ashlyn Hamer gets a bit of a break there as they caught the 12 of Aubrey Couturier. Near side goes down to the left, and a bit of a stampede down there. I understand we're close to KC, but good Lord. Up to the far side. Here comes Annie Page. And now Robertson with it. Knocks it over into the circle. Looks on a ground pass to the near side. Now here comes the 10. Now she'll roll it up to Hamer. Off of the pass by Studi. And now tries to look for Lundgren. Good job there. It's like they heard me from up here. Just keep trying to look for Lundgren. You'll be all right. But up to the near side. And now to touch up toward the Buffalo bench. It's going to be a throw-in coming up for the Lady Warriors. Push forward now by Addie Arnold. Trying to chase it down is Paige. Paige takes the safe option and goes out the near side. If I were her, I would have tried to look back to Molson. Don't even think twice about it. Don't give them any time to try to get into shape. Back up to Hamer. That one touched out, and now here comes a throw-in for Addie Arnold. Arnold looks back up to the middle. Now here comes the 7 of Milan Monterastelli. And still trying to play the ball up. Skies it up to the far side, up near the box. Trying to win it up there is Hannah Baker, the junior. And flag is pointed Buffalo's direction. Throw in coming up for the Lady Bison. On the edge of the 18. Here comes the 23 with it. Aubrey Irish rolls it back up. Tries to push the ball a little bit further forward. Gets up to the 5. Tries the shot. A bit of a rush shot there. But now chipped out the near side by Kinley Hoffman. Throw in coming up here for the Bison. Looks to throw it in. Whiffs on the header. Gives Worland an opportunity to get there, and the flag goes up. They're going to call a foul. And a dangerous free kick. They've had multiple free kicks at this distance here, and that's been kind of a scary thing here for the Lady Warriors that Buffalo has gotten this close to the net today. Uh-oh. Goes right side, tries the shot. Molson on the save. What a save. Left side. They're still not out of the woods yet. Here comes Buffalo, still trying to get a shot off. Now to the left side, Addie Arnold. Molson magic. Corner kick coming up here for the Buffalo Bison.
Great save by the Warriors.
And corner kick coming up. Delivers into the box. Chested forward. Tries to get out of there. Now here comes the 5 with it. Hannah Zink rolls it back up. Tries the shot. It's deflected. Now trying to get back up to the left side. Addie Arnold has an opportunity. Now they'll roll it along the near side. Out of touch off of Hannah Zink. Throw in coming in for the Lady Warriors. We got subs 25, 24, and 8, I think I see. Jolene Foss coming on, as well as the 24 of Lily Studi, and then also the 9 of Sailor Decker, or no, Brecken Dykstra. So Dykstra was on the starting 11 for the Warriors. She's back in. Throw in coming up here. I think I was having a stroke. Milan Monterastelli looks for the throw in, now into the box. Whiffs on it. Still a big opportunity here. She'll look back to the near side. Tries the touch. Tries the cross. Out into the box. Pops back out. Now ball kind of trolling them there. Now here comes Hannah Baker. That one out onto the track. Closest one in the vicinity was Piper Hodgins, but a throw in here. Goes along the far side. Still trying to play it out. They might have a chance. Looking on a through ball here. I think they were looking for Lundgren, expecting her to go left. Lundgren on the block. Out to the far side there, and took a gut shot there off of Milan Monterastelli. Tries to push it back up onto the Bison. Wearing down that Bison logo a little bit there in the middle, but now here they go back down the far side. Paige Lundgren continuing to be an aggressive attacker. Tries to throw it up into the middle. Now skied up by the 6 of Madison Bissett. And now rolls it along to the far side, and now tries to get a hold of it. Now down the right side, gives chase. And looks, and the flag goes up. Oh, no, that's going to be out, and that's going to be a Worland throw-in, it looks like. I saw the flag go up. My first thought was offside, but no, it is just out of touch. Throw-in comes up here. And that one stays in play. They're trying to push it up, and there we go. They got a pretty good drop kick there. Whiffs on the header, trying to get back into the back line, creating a lot of pressure. Getting there, I believe, is Sumita. Sumita shoves her to the ground, tries a shot, it goes to the left. That probably should have been a foul on Sumita, frankly, there, but either way, Buffalo will get the ball back one way or another. Whether it was a free kick or a goal kick is irrelevant. Nope, it looks like it's going to be a free kick. So they ended up calling that a foul on Kyla Sumita, so that is going to be a free kick for Buffalo. Wait, hold on. Looks like they brought out the card here. So that's going to stop the clock at 28:44. So they're going to book her. Oh, hold on. I don't think they booked her for it. I think they booked Jesus Davila down there. So it might be a dissent card there for the coach. Again, out of bounds along that right side. Throw in coming up. Buffalo looks to throw it in. Now trying to chase it down. There is Lily Studi, the freshman. It's out of touch, and a throw in coming in for Worland. Delivers the throw in. Sumita skies it up to the far side. Heads up down there. Throw in coming up for the Lady Bison. 28-13 to go in the game, or in the season for the Lady Warriors. Trying to get that goal here, and a shootout is probably not going to be enough for Worland to keep a hold of that second place spot. They have to beat Buffalo here to stay in second place. Buffalo is safe regardless. They're going to come out here with a first place result, but Worland playing with a chip on their shoulder. They also have to rely on the Douglas Rollins game as well. If Douglas wins, then that is going to spell trouble. But if Rollins wins, they'll be just fine. But Rollins will get a little bit of extra seating, and we have an injury. And we are going to take a break here as we had a player get a shot to the face. We're going to be right back. You're watching Lady Warrior Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network.
Two Basins Sports Network is headed to Shadron, Nebraska to serve as the voice of the 2026 Wyoming-Nebraska six-man football shootout. Tune in at 7 p.m. on May 29th to watch the best of six-man football in the state of Wyoming battle it out against the state that birthed the most high-action form of the sport you can find anywhere in the country. 2 states, 1 game, only on Two Basins Sports Network. The biggest game in Wyoming prep football is coming to Two Basins Sports Network this summer. Tune in on June 13th to celebrate the best football players in the Cowboy State as they play in the 2026 Wyoming Shrine Bowl High School Football All-Star Game at Natrona County High School in Casper. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Audrey's Copper Coup, Central Bank and Trust, Discover Thermopolis, Storyteller, and Thermopolis Hardware for their support of our coverage of Wyoming's best. We hope to see you there. Tune in on Two Basins Sports Network.
Like to welcome you back up atop the press box here at Mike Moon Field in Buffalo, Wyoming, home of the Bison. Injury timeout here for the Bison. Had a shot to the face, however, it looks like she's favoring her leg this time, and it's she's getting help to the sideline by the help of the trainer and her, I think that's her dad. So with that being said, we are under injury timeout. However, it's about ready to come to an end. 27:33 left to go here in the match on senior night here for the Buffalo Lady Bison. You're watching Worland Lady Warriors Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. In our last broadcast of the season, we will not be at the state tournament in Gillette. However, so we know someone that absolutely will. But we do thank you for your continued support this season of Lady Warriors Soccer here on TBSN. This has been a fantastic year for us here at TBSN in terms of our coverage of Worland Warriors Soccer, and you guys are the main reason for that. We're hoping to be back here next year. It's been a lot of fun, and we will keep coming back and serving you in the spring. Obviously, we got other commitments. Oh, that one up and into the goalkeeper there. A pretty easy save, but that could have one wrong bounce, and it could have went into the back for the Lady Warriors. Anyway, trying to finish my thought here. Obviously we got other, and down the right side, Buffalo trying to get an attack here, so hold that thought. Out of touch, Worland throw in. So like I was trying to say, obviously we'll be back. We're going to try to be back in the spring of 2027, and should be an exciting season. The Worland Lady Warriors getting moved over to 2A West next year. So that is going to make travel a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I loved going to Newcastle and Torrington and Douglas especially, but I think it'll be better to go to the Bridger Valley and Lander and all that stuff and not have to leave this side of the state. But now down the middle of the pitch as that one is out toward the near side. Annie Page gets a hold of it there. And a throw in coming in for the Bison. Winds up, delivers into the box. And outside is gets shoved to the ground in the 9 of Sailor Decker. I'm not going to be shocked if she gets a card. And a free kick coming up just outside the penalty arc here. That's going to be a dangerous one here for Buffalo. If they don't convert here, I'm not sure if we'll see one. But winding up here for the free kick. And I also just kind of did the math here, but hold on. Delivers, the kick is up, and hits the American football crossbar, so that's out of bounds by rule. 26 and 27 checking in. This is Brooke Darnell and Cody Bowden checking in. But we just kind of did the math here. Worland actually, if it does go into a shootout, Worland could still get that second seed. However, it does require a couple of factors. Worland, A, has to win that penalty shootout, and B, Rollins has to also take Douglas into a shootout, and then Rollins has to win that. So, so a lot of variables here at play to make sure that Worland Warriors team can get into second place here. But either way, a win, if they can win over Buffalo, that is going to be, all those what-ifs are going to go right out the window. Going to the near side. That one drops and we got a whistle. Looks like a free kick incoming here. Or, sorry, a throw-in coming in here for Worland. Along the near side, throws it in. Whiffs on the kick, tried to get there Lundgren, and now Robertson pushes it up, finds an attack, tries to look on a through ball. This could be a dangerous one. Down the middle, Sumita, the shot, and it's off the right side, Carlos Sumita. And Worland, actually, they're going to get credit with a corner, it looks like. I thought for sure that one just went off of Sumita and nobody else, but a corner for Worland. Let's see what they got in the tank here. They'll take this one from a corner that I think is out of range of our camera. No, it is not. Winding up to take the kick. Delivers into the box. Finds it. The head off the left side, and it's off. No good there. It's going to be a goal kick for Buffalo. We have a sub coming on for the Bison. It's Madison Bissett. And Bissett is going to come back into the game. And they're going to give a break to Hannah Zink, who seems like she's been out there the entire game without a break. Trying to wind up for the goal kick. 23 minutes to go in regulation. Of course, since it's a conference match, we could definitely see this go into a shootout. Boots it forward. Looks to her right. They're going to try to chase it down. Molson leaves the goal area, and she's going to come out to the edge of the penalty box. Gets the scoop, and that should set her up for a good drop kick here. Delivers up into the middle. That one goes off the 27 of Cody Bowden. Still rolling it along that right side. This is Lily Studi with it. Studi shoves her way out, shoves her way into the gap there. I don't know why I was tripping over my words there, but now to the near side. Here comes Brynlyn Rollins. Rollins pushes it up. She's going to try to find Lundgren. Lundgren, can she get there? It's booted out to the near side. Taken care of there by Hadley Carter. Throw in on the edge of the box. Chipped up there by Robertson. Robertson, she's going to go to the ground there. That looked like something straight out of the wrestling championship, something you'd see at the event center or something. But free kick coming up for Worland, and now it's their turn to have a dangerous free kick. Buffalo's had a ton of opportunities like this. Let's see if Worland could show them how it's done. But the Great Wall of Buffalo is constructed here, 10 yards out. Robertson is going to be the one to take the free kick. Let's see. So they're going to, actually, she's going to bring over the referee. They're going to do the 10 pace thing. And they are going to make sure that wall is in code. And actually, it looks like Buffalo could actually afford to move in a little bit there, as it looks like. Takes the shot, and it's up, and it's saved off the right side. A corner kick coming for the Lady Warriors. And let's see here. They got two Bison up near the posts here, one on each post. Let's see if that's going to work out for them. Signals the corner kick. Coming up to the right side. Delivers into the box. Off her chest. Still a chance on the edge of the box here. Taken back away by the Bison. But now here comes the right back to make a play. Skies it up. Now down to the right side. Brynlyn Rollins trying to get there. Brings it up across her chest. That one rolls along the near side. Worland throw in. I think that one might have gone off of Aubrey Irish. Throw in from the near side. Has it on the edge of the box. Paige Lundgren. It's stolen away. Irish, I believe, booted that one out of bounds and along that near side. Throw in Worland. Looks up along that near side and headed forward. Looked for the 8 of Brynlyn Rollins, but the Warriors will have yet another throw in. 4th time's the charm, question mark, but throw in for Hoffman. Looks to Lundgren. Lundgren on the edge of the box. Wide's up, and Robertson skies it too far up. And we are still gridlock 0-0. Addie Arnold, and looks like they're going to have the 26, Brooke Darnell, the sophomore. She'll check back into the game for the Bison. So a couple of key players back out onto the pitch, and they're going to get that 7 sprinting off the field. Milan Monterastelli going to check out the freshman. And delivers a roller. Paige Lundgren almost got a hold of it there. You got to wonder if the Lady Warriors are starting to chip away here at this Buffalo defense. They're starting to kind of weaken the fortress a little bit here, but let's see if Buffalo can get something going on that middle side. And going to the ground. Is there going to be a whistle? Oh, it looks like that's going to be a free kick coming up here for Buffalo. That's what they ruled it. So let's see here. Buffalo, a bit of a long free kick. By the way, just another programming alert here for our audience. The senior night festivities here at Buffalo High School will be probably pushing the game back for the boys, so do keep that in mind. Delivers into the box. That one sails to the left, barely a sweat off of Molson there. Madison Bissett was the one who took that free kick, I believe, for Buffalo. So with that, the goal kick coming up here for the Lady Warriors. Kinley Hoffman going to have this this free kick coming up here. Or not this free kick, but goal kick. I meant to say, I apologize. Now to the near side. Delivers. Now goes to her near side again. Here comes Madison Bissett. Bissett moves to her right side. Annie Page trying to keep a hold of it. Bissett on the shot, and it sails off to the left. Another missed chance for Buffalo, and the woes continue for the black and gold. And the Powder River Posse have had just a ton of issues today. It's just not working for them here in this match. They've not been able to connect on anything. A lot of great chances. The midfielders and the defenders are doing their jobs perfectly. It's the forwards unable to connect. They've had 7, 8 shots on goal, I believe. None of them have connected. Tries a through ball to Kyla Sumida. Down the left side, trying to get to the back end. That one's kicked out in a very dangerous spot up near the relay area. Throw in coming up, but first we have a sub. It looks to be Ashlyn Hamer checking in. Hamer going to come in to replace Kyla Sumida, it looks like. Throw in coming up here for Worland. Worland going to get set to wind up here. Delivers. Gets her foot out in front of her. Tries to get to Ashlyn Hamer. That one bounces in front. Now skied up there by Hannah Baker. Tries to keep it there along that far side, and now Worland tries to win the ball back. And now right side, Worland's trying to keep a hold of the possession the best they can, but it's knocked forward by the Bison. This one back into the Worland defensive side, and now trying to hound it is Addie Arnold. And now up to the far side on the 200-meter start area. Throw in coming up here for the Bison. Now looks to the 23. She'll look up toward the sideline. Back heel, now chip back up into the middle. And now looks to her near side. It tries a pass along the ground, and it's intercepted. They're going to push this one out the back. Deflected. Robertson's going to have a chance to push this one forward. And this could be a big long ball. Paige Lundgren tries to get to it. Oh, it's deflected! Where is this one going to go? Lundgren! Lundgren! Edison! Goal! Paige Lundgren! And it's 1-0, the Worland Warriors on top here on the road. And the goalkeeper consoling her defender. Now the question is, will Buffalo retaliate? And there's a blunder there by the Buffalo defensive line. And Paige Lundgren was able to get a hold of it. The keeper, nothing she did wrong. The defenders thought that she was going to try to deflect it forward or get her hand on it. I don't blame them, but they need to keep their eyes up in that situation. And it's 1-0 Worland trying to finish with a 7-7 record. Again, Buffalo, they could lose 6-0 and still have that first seed. But now they're going to try to get this one up to the right side. So Buffalo, again, no pressure on them except for obviously the feelings that come with winning on senior night. But Worland has to win. Buffalo, doesn't matter what they do. They're locked in the first place, but Worland has to win to guarantee that second spot. Otherwise, they're going to have to hope and pray for something to go wrong in the Rollins-Douglas game. Winds up, delivers the kick, heads it forward. Now here they go again, down the left side. That one, I think, went off of Madison Bissett. And now to the near side. And again, it's just kind of, again, we'll reiterate one more time. This is the possible scenario. Worland could, let's say Buffalo does come back and ties it up. 15 minutes to go in the match, by the way. But let's say Worland does end up conceding a goal here, which they could. Oh, no, Molson gets a hold of it. But God forbid that happens, right? If we go into a shootout, Worland would have to win that shootout, and then the Rollins-Douglas game would have to go into a shootout. Rollins would have to win that shootout for Worland to maintain that second place if it were to go into a shootout. But right now, Paige Lundgren on the edge. She scored that last goal. It's out the end line. And if we don't see another goal here, that's going to make my man of the match certificate a little bit easier to draw up here. But Lundgren just with a fantastic thing. And we knew that she was going to get that goal eventually. It was either going to be her or it was going to be Kyla Sumida, in my opinion. And it ended up being the former rather than the latter. But Sumida, I still think, if they once they get her back into the game, I think that they could potentially have a weapon on their hands. This is a Worland team now that knows what they're capable of now. They know they can score. They're going to try and get an insurance goal here. But this would be, if Worland is able to hold on, this would be their biggest win of the season. Buffalo, obviously, number 4 team in the YO Preps coaches poll, number 1 team in the actual points standings in 3A East. A team that had beaten Worland 2-0 in Warrior Stadium in Worland back in April. Worland came into this with revenge on their mind, and they are currently in a situation where they could get it. Goal kick for Buffalo up to the far side. Gets it off her legs and now tries to go for a pass right there on the butt of the Bison, and now off the 15 and now to the near side. I don't know I went to Casper College one time for a middle school field trip for livestock judging, and I still can't tell you what that part of the buffalo was called. Now to the near side. Here comes the 2. Tries to go into the box. Trying to get out of there. Annie Page. No, it's skied up. Still in danger. Up to the right side. Trying to chase it down is Callie McIntosh. McIntosh right side. Tries to blow by Hamer. Hamer sticking with her man to the right side. Still there on the edge of the line. And that's out. No, I think they called offside. The flag went out. It is going to be a free kick, I think. Nope. Goal kick. So check that. 12 minutes left. We are well past the hour mark. We are into the 68th minute of play here in this match. About to enter the 69th minute of play. Up to the middle. Tries a through ball along the near side. Finds her man. And it's going to be out of bounds. It looks like a throw in for Buffalo is incoming. Let's see, Carter, I believe, throwing it in now for the Bison. Off the chest of off of Arnold. Out of touch along the near side. Rollins was there, or not Rollins, but Robertson, I think, was in the vicinity there for Worland. Throw in, winds up, delivers along the near side. Now here comes Addie Arnold. Launches it into the area. Annie Page trying to get there. Molson gets it's still a loose ball. Annie Page kicks it out. Hamilton kicked out toward the 200-meter start area. And it's going to be a throw-in for Buffalo, but crisis averted, and Tegan Molson is down. Oh, and that is a blow, and I'm hoping that she just got a little bit of a bruise there. But we have stopped the clock. Molson's going back to the net, so it looks like she's just fine. But they can take a bit of a breath here, as that could have gone extremely wrong for the Lady Warriors, but they're able to stand tall and keep it out of the net. And like we said a couple of times today, Molson's been doing stuff like that all season where The goal where it should have gone into the net, but it hasn't. Throw in into the box. Misses on it. No, it's going to connect with it. Tries to get the challenge. Annie Page stick it there to the back line. Looks into the box. The 2 tries the cross. Oh, the shot! Molson on the save! Another save. Molson magic. Here comes Paige Lundgren. Tries to sky it up. Aubrey Couturier is there. Now here comes the 27. Now Cody Bowden. Tries to sky it up. Now tries to get the header. A bit of a collision. They'll knock it along the near side. Still in play. Buffalo knocks it back forward. Headed again. Paige Lundgren to the near side, and it's out off of her. Also in the vicinity was Cody Bowden, the sophomore. A throw-in coming in for Buffalo. And now kicked back out, and now that one ricocheted off of Aubrey Irish. A throw-in for the Lady Warriors. Winds up, delivers the throw-in to Lundgren. Looks up to the near side. The 23 knocks it along the middle. Now goes to her near side on a through ball. Addie Arnold. Arnold down the left side. This could be dangerous. Arnold on the edge of the 18. Looks to the 6. Takes the shot. Goal! I think that was Madison Bissett that got the goal there. That's the tying goal for the Buffalo Bison. And the cowbells sound. It's 1-1. Whew, what a magnificent strike. You are not going to save that if you try. And we are back underway here. And kind of knew that one was coming. The defenders need to come up to that ball. Don't give them an opportunity to do that. Bounces awkwardly. Lundgren tries to win the ball. Out the near side. Throw in coming up. Lundgren throws it in. Off her chest. Lundgren looks to her left side. Now here comes the 5 of Ashlyn Hamer. And it goes over her. Off to the right side of the net. I think the goal kick coming up here. That was a close call for the Bison. We saw, and that's how Paige Lundgren got that goal earlier. Was off a hiccup by the defensive line, but off an awkward bounce at that. But now a goal kick coming for Buffalo. Up to the near side. Looks forward. Goes to it. And now that was Brenlyn Rollins. Look for Lundgren. Now to the back line. Whipped on by Karis Bennett. Bennett trying to get by the 3 of Callie McIntosh. And now throw in coming up here. Now looking up to the box. The 2. The header. It's going to get skied up. Molson tries to get to it, and she'll get the save. Addie Arnold there on the header, but the angle on it wasn't quite that great. It's going to be saved by Molson. Headed forward. Worland with an opportunity here. Still looking for that leading goal. 8 minutes to go. If it gets tied up, we go into a penalty shootout. And now the 7 with it. Milan Monterastelli. Right side. Whiffs on it. Karis Bennett. Bennett, back heel. Looks to the far side onto the track. Throw in for Buffalo. Again, if Worland gets into a shootout, they have to, win the shootout, and they also have to pray that the Rollins-Douglas match goes into a shootout as well. So in order to keep that second place spot. Into the box. Looks to her left side. Might have an opportunity. Addie Arnold to her right side. The shot. The save by Molson. Coming out to it. McIntosh. She goes into the box. It's kicked out the side. Into the chain link. Sorry about the camera work. And it's actually going to be a corner kick for Buffalo. Let's see what she's got. Can Worland get it out of the box here? Winds up, delivers. And tries the kick. The 12 comes to the ground here. Now here they go, try and go one-on-one. And now booted away by Worland. Back up to the center back. And trying to get in front of it was Ashlyn Hamer. She should have came up for it. That one going up to the far side. Now Hannah Baker got to it there. Throw in coming in for the Lady Warriors. Still plenty of time. 7 minutes to go. What do they have in stock? Throw in coming up. Delivers. Up to the far side. Tries to get up to Kyla Sumita. That went out of bounds along the far side. Throw in. Milan Monterastelli will take the throw in. Winds up. Gives it up to the far side. Heads it forward. Back up to the 23. Now here comes Aubrey Irish. Now to the right side. She'll come to the ground. Now booted forward to the right side. Tries to push it through along the sideline. Here comes Callie McIntosh. Now into the box. That one back out of touch along the far side facing the business loop here. Throw in coming up. Monterastelli, and now back up into the middle. 12 winds up, whiffs on it, coming back to the near side. Worland kind of pressing here a little bit. The 4-3 formation kind of doing its job here. Kyla Sumita out the near side. Throw in for Buffalo, taking it. Winds up, delivers. Now back up to the near side. Looks to the 23. This is Aubrey Irish, left side. Moving to her right. Hadley Carter. Carter knocks it along the ground to the right. Now Baker. Now back into the circle. Take it back away. Here comes Studi. And we got another Bison to the ground there. And this one lofted up into the attacking half. Could be a big one. Trying to head it forward. And now skied up. Goes to the left side. That was a close call. 5:30 left to go in the opening half, here in the final half of this one. Don't forget, coming up after this, the boys match between the Worland Warriors and the Buffalo Bison here on senior night. And here they go, winds up, delivers the kick to the near side. And now looks in front of her, pushed up, and now the 23 skies it, Aubrey Irish to the middle. And now through the middle, and now here comes the 6 with it inside the box. One-on-one position, one-on-one situation. The shot that's blocked by Page out the back line. So corner kick for Buffalo. Bison going to have an opportunity here on that northwest corner. So now here they come again.
Corner kick, Bison.
So the corner kick incoming. Worland, 4 crowd in the line here. This one up, it's chipped, and it's out the end line. And Arnold was looking for the goal there. So Madison Bissett was the one who scored that goal earlier for Buffalo. Paige Lundgren had that goal for Worland. Goal kick coming up here. 4 minutes left. Delivers the kick to the near side. Trying to get there is the 9 of Decker. Dykstra, I meant to say. Apologize. Up to the middle. Now here comes the 27 of Cody Bowden. Now to the right side. Chasing it is McIntosh. Out of touch along the far side. The throw in. Delivers. Off her chest. Getting there is a 27. Bowden. Now to the near side. And now that one coming back to Buffalo is a throw in coming up for Milan Monterastelli. Now to the near side coming to it is Addie Arnold, and she goes to the ground. She'll take a tumble. And a free kick. 3 minutes left. 1-1. Bison trying to get the win here on senior night. The Worland Warriors have to win. And we got a yellow card. So 3:13, they'll stop the clock for the booking. And it looks like Kinley Hoffman was the one that was given that yellow card. Ashlyn Hamer will come onto the pitch. And they'll whistle it, delivers the free kick, the arc, and taps it in the box still, heads it forward. And whiffs on the header there. And we got a couple of people going to the ground there for Buffalo. Still to the near side, still in danger. Trying to win the ball to the near side. They're getting very aggressive down there. Robertson, now to Dykstra. Dykstra chips it up along the middle. Intercepted by Monterastelli. And now through the middle. Robertson, outside the circle. Lundgren, now back up to Studi. And now off of that was Aubrey Couturier. Now to the back, Carter tries to chase it down, trying to get there is Hamer. That one kind of an off pass, but still gets there. Chasing it down is Lily Studi. Studi not able to get there. They push it up in the attacking area. Hannah Zink with it outside the box. That one kicked out to the far side. Flag pointed Buffalo way. 2 minutes to go. Into the box. Still trying. Worland trying to mount one final attack here as we have just barely over 2 minutes to go. 79th minute. Gets this one out way in front. Here comes Haber. Keeper winds up for it. That's going to be a catch. 79th minute of play. Tries to go back up to the middle. We could see a penalty shootout. This is the Douglas game all over again, the one at home. You kind of have that feeling. It was 1-1 about this point. Worland was able to draw a penalty off of Brynlyn Rollins, and they were able to sink they were able to sink the penalty kick at that point. Oddly enough, they would go on to lose 2-0 to Douglas there, so maybe it's an omen, as they also lost to Buffalo 2-0. Near side pushes it up off of Brynlyn Rollins. The prophecy foretold. Now look up here to Ashlyn Hamer. That one out the back. As you can see, the Worland Warriors warming up there at that end line. That's coming up right after this. And now here comes the goal kick coming up. I'm going to hold my breath on the TBSN man of the match real quick, but heads it forward. Oh, and a collision. Goes up to the hoof of the Bison and out to the near side. A big through ball here. Here comes Addie Arnold. Arnold to her right side. Booted away by Page. And now the 6 with it. Madison Bissett looking for goal number 2. Bissett winds up. Bissett outside the box. Now Arnold looks into the box there. That one out along the near side. 30 seconds to go. They're going to hustle this one up. Looks into the box. Whiffs on it. Has room. 23. Outside the box, they're going to move to the near side on a pass to Lundgren. That one booted further up. Out of bounds, Worland on the throw, and they got to hurry it up here. And we could see a penalty shootout, and that might be Worland's hopes of that number 2 seed dashed. Near side. Tries to push it up. And the buzzer will sound, and we are heading to PKs. And second place is going to go to either Douglas or Rollins. It might be Douglas, depending on how that game goes. So that being said, PK shootouts coming up next here. We'll be right back in just a moment. You're watching Varsity Girls Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network.
Stay tuned for the PK shootout.
The biggest game in Wyoming prep football is coming to Two Basins Sports Network this summer. Tune in on June 13th to celebrate the best football players in the Cowboy State as they play in the 2026 Wyoming Shrine Bowl High School Football All-Star Game at Natrona County High School in Casper. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Audrey's Copper Coup, Central Bank and Trust, Discover Thermopolis, Storyteller, and Thermopolis Hardware for their support of our coverage of Wyoming's best. We hope to see you there. Tune in on Two Basins Sports Network. Two Basins Sports Network is headed to Shadron, Nebraska to serve as the voice of the 2026 Wyoming-Nebraska six-man football shootout. Tune in at 7 p.m. on May 29th to watch the best of six-man football in the state of Wyoming battle it out against the state that birthed the most high-action form of the sport you can find anywhere in the country. 2 states, 1 game, only on Two Basins Sports Network.
Like talking back, penalty shootout here coming up. Trying to decide a winner here in this one. Both teams awarded 1 point in the standings. And now we're trying to see who's going to get that extra point for winning the shootout. But we're trying to figure out first what side of the field that penalty shootout is going to occur at. I'd like to welcome you back here, though. At the end of regulation, it's 1-1. The Worland Warriors go into another PK shootout. They went into one against Torrington, won that game. Lily Studi, you remember, got the winning goal out of that one. And then Worland lost, I believe, to Rollins in a shootout back in Rollins, I believe. I can't quite remember that, unfortunately, but we were there in Torrington right there on site for that shootout, so we were witness that. This is now the second PK shootout that we have ever broadcasted on TBSN, so this is going to be very interesting to see how this will evolve. But with that being said, for those who don't know how a PK shootout is, both teams will have 5 opportunities to shoot. One team will go first, and the other team, then they'll flip-flop back and forth. And then whoever has the most goals after those 5, or it's a best of 5, not a best. Or it's a best of 5, not a first to 5. So they could, if we see 3 makes and 3 misses, could possibly see this one come to an end. But it's a best of 5, and if they're tied after 5 shots, then they'll get an extra one. And so on and so forth. But let's see what happens here in this game. And so for those, we're going to be keeping an eye on the PK shootout via your scoreboard here. That's a little bit out of kind of a little bit out of whack, but we have some bars down here on the bottom of the screen that are going to go with each kick, kind of like what we did in the Torrington game. It's not perfect, but we don't have a better system yet. So, okay, so we have the first kick coming up here. And it looks like Zink is going to give this first crack here. So Hannah Zink going to have the first kick here. And I'll probably get you zoomed in here. And brings it up, takes the shot, and it's in. And Hannah Zink is going to get that first shot to go for the Bison, and it is just like that, 1-0 here already in this shootout. Worland will have a chance to equalize. And so let's see who they got in the bag here. Annie Page looks like she's going to take this first shot here for Worland for the equalizer. Winds up, delivers, and gets it into the right side. Worland ties it up in the shootout.
Fans can do whatever you want, I guess. He's telling me to be quiet.
So the second shooter coming up looks to be the 2 of Addie Arnold. That's going to take this one. Arnold almost had herself some goals in the regulation period here. Winds up, delivers, and then a goal there right into the right side. They seem to go into the same side every time here. 2-1 here. They are perfect so far on their shots. Let's see if Worland can keep up the pace. Maddie Robertson going to try here.
Number 11 announced. Never mind.
Delivers the shot, and it's saved. Robertson unable to convert here. And so with that, Buffalo will lead. Trying to get their 9th win of the season here. But Buffalo will have a chance here to put Worland in the danger zone. Delivers the Bolson, gets the save. Beautiful save there, and it's back equal there on that regard. Hannah Baker was the one who took the shot there for Buffalo, and now we'll have another one coming up for Worland. 2 shots made for Buffalo, 1 shot for Worland. This is now Worland's 3rd attempt at the penalty shots here. Delivers, finds the net, and it's tied up 2-2. And she gets this one going. I can't quite see who that shot was made by. Oh, no. Bissett coming up here to take the shot. Got that tying goal for Buffalo earlier on. Almost got a second. Takes the shot. It finds the net. And Bissett, if Buffalo ends up winning this match, this could potentially give her the certificate here. Aspen Hamilton going to get ready to take the shot for the Lady Warriors. This one trying to tie it up. Winds up, delivers the kick. Goal! Got it right in the corner pocket. Sign her up for a pool tournament. That was perfect right there in the pocket. And now here we go. 5 of 5. If Buffalo makes this, Worland will have to try to equalize. But the 23 of Aubrey Irish will get ready to take the shot. Irish winds up, delivers, and it's into the pocket. Well, Worland now has no other option. They have to make this shot. If they miss, Buffalo will win the shootout 4-3, and you can not only kiss second place goodbye for the Warriors, but you can also kiss third place goodbye, which means a potential date with Cody in the 3A tournament. Now Hamer tries a shot, and they're still in it. Ashlyn Hamer ties it up. We're heading into a 6th shooter here. It's Torrington all over again. So here we go, the 25 of Jolene Foss, the sophomore midfielder. She's going to try here. Winds up, delivers, and right side. And it's just going to keep going until somebody misses here. And let's see here, Lily Studi. She drilled the game winner against Torrington in Torrington. Takes the shot off the post, and Buffalo wins. Buffalo wins on senior night in a PK shootout. And it's 5-4 the final. And it's time to deliver your 2 Bison Sports Network Man of the Match. This is going to go to Madison Bissett. She not only got the goal there, but she also scored her penalty kick, so I think she is more than deserving of it. Madison Bissett, your man of the match. She plays for Buffalo. But what a finish. The Buffalo Bison. It's reminding me of the middle school boys game against Twin Spruce recently. The Warriors came out to a 1-0 lead in the second half and just all went downhill from there. But the Warriors, congratulations, though, to the Lady Bison. They fought extremely hard throughout the course of the game. Got to give them credit. They're number 1 in 3A East for a reason, and they're going to solidify that number 1 seed with a win here. The Worland Warriors, we don't know what the standings are going to look like now. It's kind of Worland has lost the match, so right now, if they want to be able to protect that 3rd place, I feel like they have to. I think Rollins has to lose against Douglas here. So I don't know how that's going to go. Obviously, keep an eye out on that. But they're going to do their senior night stuff, and we're going to be back in just a moment. Before we go, though, your TBSN man of the match was Madison Bissett. Your honorable mentions today for the Buffalo Bison include, obviously, Addie Arnold. We got to give her credit. Hannah Zink and Callie McIntosh are my final 2 honorable mentions today. Your honorable mentions for the Worland Lady Warriors include, well, obviously Paige Lundgren with that goal earlier, but also got to give credit where credit's due today. I'm still going to give Tegan Molson a honorable mention today. I think she absolutely deserved it, despite the whole penalty shootout thing. I think that this was she had a fantastic performance. She kept the Warriors in the game longer than they probably should have been, and then our final honorable mention today, I'm going to give this last one to Maddie Robertson. I think she had a fantastic impact today on that midfield for the Lady Warriors. But the Buffalo Bison get the big win here on senior night in the penalty shootout. It is 1-1 at regulation, but the 5-4 result in the penalty shootout, entering a 6th shooter. Buffalo only missed 1 shot in the PK shootout, and that is that's kind of how the cookie crumbles in high school soccer sometimes. But that unfortunately, the Worland Warriors will be giving up second place as a result, and now whether or not they drop down to third or fourth place is going to depend on that result. If Rollins wins, then Worland is probably going to end up in that fourth place spot, I believe, off of goal differential. So. But we are going to just take a quick breather. We'll be back ready for the boys game. Once again, the final score: Buffalo Bison tied 1-1, but they get the win in the PK shootout 5-4. But we're going to get ready for the boys game. But until next time, fear the spear, and always remember to please drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. We'll be back here for the start of the boys game.